Don't run around this world looking for a hole to hide in. There are wild beasts in every cave. If you live with mice, the cat claws will find you. The only real rest comes when you're alone with God. Live in the nowhere that you came from, even though you have an address here. That's why you see things in two ways. Sometimes you look at a person and see a cynical snake. Someone else sees a joyful lover, and you're both right. Everyone is half and half, like the black and white ox. Joseph looked ugly to his brothers and most handsome to his father. You have eyes that see from that nowhere, and eyes that judge distances, how high and how low. You own 2 shops, and you run back and forth. Try to close the one that's a fearful trap, getting always smaller. Checkmate this way, checkmate that. Keep open the shop, where you're not selling fish hooks anymore. You are the free-swimming fish. Think that you're gliding out from the face of a cliff like an eagle. Think you're walking like a tiger walks by himself in the forest. You're most handsome when you're after food. Spend less time with nightingales and peacocks. One is just a voice, the other just a color. Now I see something in my listeners that won't let me continue this way. The ocean flows back in and puts up a foam barrier and then withdraws. After a while, it will come in again. This audience wants to hear more about the visiting Sufi and his friends in meditation, but be discerning. Don't think of this as a normal character in an ordinary story. The ecstatic meditation ended. Dishes of food were brought out. The Sufi remembered his donkey that had carried him all day. He called to the servant there, "Please go to the stable and mix the barley generously with the straw for the animal. Please. Don't worry yourself with such matters. All things have been attended to. But I want to make sure that you wet the barley first. He's an old donkey, and his teeth are shaky." "Why are you telling me this? I have given the appropriate orders." "But did you remove the saddle gently and put salve on the sore he has?" "I have served thousands of guests with these difficulties, and all have gone away satisfied. Here you are treated as family. Do not worry. Enjoy yourself." "But did you warm his water just a little, and then add only a bit of straw to the barley?" "Sir, I am ashamed for you." "And please, sweep the stall clean of stones and dung, and scatter a little dry earth in it." "For God's sake, sir, leave my business to me." "And did you curry-comb his back? He loves that." "Sir, I am personally responsible for all these chores." The servant turned and left at a brisk pace to join his friends in the street. The Sufi then lay down to sleep and had terrible dreams about his donkey, how it was being torn to pieces by a wolf or falling helplessly into a ditch. And his dreaming was right. His donkey was being totally neglected, weak and gasping, without food or water all the night long. The servant had done nothing he said he would. There are such vicious and empty flatterers in your life. Do the careful donkey-tending work. Don't trust that to anyone else. There are hypocrites who will praise you, but who do not care about the health of your heart donkey. Be concentrated and leonine in the hunt for what is your true nourishment. Don't be distracted by blandishment noises of any sort. The universe is a form of divine law, your reasonable Father. When you feel ungrateful to him, the shapes of the world seem mean and ugly. Make peace with that Father, the elegant patterning, and every experience will fill with immediacy. Because I love this, I am never bored. Beauty constantly wells up, a noise of spring water in my ear and in my inner being. Tree limbs rise and fall, like the ecstatic arms of those who have submitted to the mystical life. Leaf sounds talk together like poets making fresh metaphors. The green felt cover slips, and we get a flash of the mirror underneath. Think how it will be when the whole thing is pulled away. I tell only 1/1000th of what I see, because there's so much doubt everywhere. The conventional opinion of this poetry is, it shows great optimism for the future, but Father Reason says, no need to announce the future. This now is it. This, your deepest need and desire, is satisfied by the moment's energy here in your hand. A craftsman pulled a reed from the reed bed, cut holes in it, and called it a human being. Since then, it's been wailing a tender agony of parting, never mentioning the skill that gave it life as a flute. Humble living does not diminish, it fills. Going back to a simpler self gives wisdom. When a man makes up a story for his child, he becomes a father and a child together, listening. One moment, I was at the bottom of a dank, fearful narrowness, and the next, I am not contained by this universe. If every tip of every hair on me could speak, I still couldn't say my gratitude. In the middle of these streets and gardens, I stand and say again, and it's all I say. I wish everyone could know what I know. I want to say words that flame as I say them, but I keep quiet and don't try to make both worlds fit in one mouthful.